In this video, I got to work on my welding, my rotary welding positioner turntable. We call it turntable. What happened was, I've had this thing for quite a few years, and it came with this foot pedal cord, and it runs out of the back of the machine. And I've already taken this apart because I had to take the micro switch out. But it came like this. The little wires just run through this big rubber grommet, and the only thing that strain reliefs this is the ground wire hook up there with that screw. So I wanted to strain relief the cord, and I also want to make it longer, because when my turntable is here and I have it positioned here and I'm welding it either upright or tilted down, the foot pedal comes out, comes across the bench in front of you here. A lot of times I have the vise here with some blocks set up welding here. So the foot pedal goes down to the floor, and there's just enough cable left over to just get it it lays down in front of you, kind of in the way, and then the pedal you get it positioned in your spot for your foot to hit it. And it's there's just enough cord, and that's it. I wanted more cord, so what I did was and also another key, I wanted the cable, the foot pedal cord, to go to the back of the bench by the wall, go down and come underneath, so it's not laying across my workspace here. So that meant I had to get longer cord, and we have these turntables at work, and our maintenance guys have put longer cords on for the turntable I use, and they use a nice cord, kind of has a rubber coating on it. So I got on Amazon and I found some. I think I got like a 20-foot chunk. I just roughly measured across there, down to the floor, out here, on the ground, where it give me some space to let the thing kind of lay off out of the way and position the foot pedal where I want it. So I got I think it was a 20-foot roll of 18-3 wire stuff off Amazon, and it's got rubber. It's kind of rubbery. Some of the stuff I seen was like a vinyl. This is kind of vinyl / rubbery, but this is like a rubber deal. It's a good cord. It's a little thicker, but when I was in the process of redoing this, I put a new eyelet on the ground side that hooks into here. I'm gonna unhook this because I just hooked this ground back up to show that when you pick up the cord, the whole foot pedal hangs off of that ground. A little too big of a hole in this grommet. That's all there was for a grommet. I found a strain relief on Amazon, but I got to go ahead and put this back together with this grommet, and because the strain relief I ordered won't be here for about a week or two, and I'm probably going to need this. Tomorrow's Monday. Tomorrow's Sunday. Monday-ish during the week, I'm probably going to need this again about a week or two before my strain relief comes here. And I think it's going to be about that long. This should slide in real snug. I may have to squirt like some alcohol on it to slide it on and get it to fit in here real good, but that's not a big deal. I'll handle that when it shows up, but I need to get this back together because I'm going to need it this coming week. This is the first week after the first. But what happened was I took these wires off, the old wires, so I could put the new wires on. I got the ground crimped on there. I'm going to solder it here in a little bit. And then I went to, back to the old cord. Inside the machine back here, there's a ground that screws into the body of the machine on the inside. And then there was a slide-on terminal. I crimped a new terminal on and did that. Then there was one wire in there that was soldered, and it's this one. So I resoldered the inside where this one goes. Soldered just fine. I came out here to the micro switch where it was soldered, and I found out that they don't like to be heated up very good. And when I went to solder, I guess it's the white wire that was going to go on here. I was soldering, and man, this this thing drooped, it drooped down, and it turned to goo. And what it did was, I got her too hot, because I'm not an electrician, I'm not an electrical guy, I'm not a microswitch guy. I'm a welder. I was just trying to weld that wire to that little spade. I got it too hot. So I had to get back on Amazon, find a switch to replace this. And I did, I found a switch. Actually, I found two. I found two micro switches for the foot pedal. So I got them today, and I'm gonna put this thing back together. I'm gonna solder, I'm gonna do a little solder on that little ground terminal. And I'm not gonna solder to these. Well, it only goes to, I get one wire here and one wire here. And I'm gonna use, I've got one here, oh, I've got them here. I'm gonna use just a little spade slide-on deal. And I'm gonna solder them. I need to squeeze that a little bit to snug it up, but I'm not gonna solder that. I'm just gonna slide it on and make it work like that. I think it'll be just fine. So this is what I'm doing, is I gotta replace this melted switch that you can't weld to it. You can't weld it with this. It doesn't work. I tried it. I made a mess out of it. Now I gotta fix it. So I'm going to put a little solder on the ground, and then it'll be ready. This is like welding, right? Soldering. It's close, about like it. Soldering's kind of fun when everything cooperates. Sometimes it's annoying, but we'll get it. We'll get it back together. Just a little foot pedal repair, not a big deal. Get my gun to warm up. This is the moment in the video where I don't know what to say. So I don't know what kind of stories to tell you. I don't know. Get this thing cleaned off a little bit. I can tell you one thing: I won't solder to a micro switch again. And somebody's probably going to see this and say, "You're soldering wrong." And that'll be okay. Just making it work. Just like that. Good. Welding. I welded the wire to the terminal. So we hook this back up. If make sure it's not hot, I guess slide it inside that grommet. If you do a lot of welding, round stuff, these positioners are killer, man. They are so good. This is an ATLAS. I think they used to also be branded by Lima, L-I-M-A, I think is what it was. They're a different name now. Okay, so this is ATLAS. So they've renamed now from, I've had this for quite a while. I think they're Lima, but we have a bunch of rotary turntables in our weld shop at work, and we have we use them all the time. And we got a bunch of different brands. This thing is very basic, but man, it is very robust. We don't have any trouble with these. Some of the other ones, the digital ones, they're a little fancier, got some pretty awesome features to them. Sometimes we have trouble with them, and they break down. These, man, these are just tough and robust. If you take care of it, it works really good. It's a good machine. So I got my parts here. Get some of this located. Hopefully I remember how it goes back together. It's been about a week that I've been broke down on the turntable. already forgot how this thing goes together. Maybe I better keep that. Well, 2 of those, so that makes sense. I'm missing something here. It can't go from the top. I put all my parts in here. See, this is what happens when you have to wait to fix something. Your parts disappear. This is really dumb. No, see, here we go. I was missing a piece. The bolt comes up from the bottom. I'm not ready to completely fasten it yet. I just want to get some wire cut and located so I can, I might be able to locate it, or go ahead and fasten it down. I gotta hold everything just right. What I was looking for was something to thread to, and it's this plate. It's this trigger plate that triggers the micro switch from the foot pedal. It's got the threads in it. I forgot. It's been a while. Here we go. Tighten that up. I could probably. I think I could probably just leave it. Tighten it up like it's going to be there for good because I'm putting the spades on it. Click, click. Then there's a spring. The top of the foot pedal springs down there and click, click. That makes it go, go, go. So I'm going to slide this in here to hold it. I'll get, I'm going to go ahead and strip this one. Don't need that. And just a little bit more off there. These are, I know everybody's got one. I ain't even talk about it. Everybody's got one of these. They're cool. A little bit of that. We'll go there. This black one I can trim back just a little bit. It doesn't need to be that long. Where's my choppers? Like that. Having this foot pedal longer is going to be great. Let's see, I got my 2 terminals. Just not having it, the cord laying on my bench, and that's going to be the best. But then I'm going to give it a little, give this a little squeeze. And I'm going to, needs to be squeezed more. And I'm going to solder it. So if you got one of these turntables and you hate the length of the cord, you can change it. You can fix it. Make it just a little bit longer. Well, get you some cord, make it as long as you want. Run it clear across the house. There's no insulation on these. I kind of wish there was, but there's really nothing nothing in the way in there. Like, there's nothing, well, I don't say there's nothing. There shouldn't be anything that can get in there to bump things around. I guess if it does, we'll find out. Okay, I'm gonna fire up my solder and welding machine. Put a little dab of solder. Then I can hook them up, and before I put the cover on, I can plug this thing in and hit the trigger and see if it works, or if it blows up, or it doesn't work at all. Let's see. I have no idea if I'm even in the video here. It's camera's up there, I'm down here. But either way, I'm gonna do it. If it's not good, then if it's not good video, then I just won't use it. Got one of those. Ooh, got some junk on there. I think this will probably be all right. So this switch, just a just a reminder, don't solder them. I guess you can solder them if you're good, but I was using the Incredible Hulk solder gun, and it got hot quick and turned to goo, so in the trash. Okay, let's check this out. I was gonna give this a little squeeze. It needs to be a little snugger on the terminal spade. Not much, just a little bit. Let me see if I can get that on there. Yep, it's got it slid on. Probably, I might have snugged it too much. Give this a little bit of squeeze. Just don't want them sliding off of them terminals, and this can cause trouble. Heck yeah, look at that. Let's see if I can get that in the camera there. Yeah. New ground, little spade I soldered there. I got a tiny little zip tie I can toss in there, and then the black one went there. So there's the trigger. The little button underneath there. This arm comes down when you step on the pedal cover is here. Oh crap, sorry. And then that starts and stops the pedal. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I fixed it. That's on full power, if you can see that. That thing's gonna spin. Yay. You can see it and hear it. Yeah, good job, Gary, Mr. Electrician. So that was my whole goal for this. Make that cord longer. So I could have I drilled a notch in my aluminum plate. Luckily, the plate of the table, this is 1/2 inch thick. It hangs over the square tubing that this is bolted to. It hung over a little bit, and I didn't realize it until I pulled it back from the wall to drill a hole there, put a notch, and there was just a chunk of the table hanging over the edge, which made it perfect. I didn't have to drill through this steel frame, so I got the cable back there. This thing always just sits on the bench, and either sits in the corner when I'm not using it, or sits here, and I don't have to have the cord laying across the table here, going down. This is what it was like. It would come across the, it's not cluttered like this when I'm welding, but cord would come across there, and it'd come down here to the floor, and the foot pedal be down here, and you got to dance around with this thing in the way, and the pedal's here. So those days are over, and I'm done. All I gotta do is put the spring back on, the rod for the pedal top, and it works. So good deal. I'm glad. All right. The only thing I, like I said earlier, there's no the strain relief here, but that piece is coming in a week or two, and I'll just open this back up and slide it on. If I got to put new terminals on, if I got to cut these and redo them, then I will. That's not a big deal. So success, and I'm back in operation. So that's how you fix your foot pedal if you cook your micro switch. So I don't know if I got a real good shot of that, what a cooked micro switch looks like, but this won't focus real good on it, but there it is, man. I smoked it. I don't know where it's at right there. Just turned it to goo right there with the King Kong solder gun. So goodbye. Yeah, I didn't make it. All right, that's enough. See ya.